new tools, new colors, and tips to help you with your makeup application, no matter where you are, what you're doing, or even if you need to wear a mask. These new colors are ones I've had my eye out for a while, and I'm excited to bring them and show them to you today. But as I mentioned, tips for how to make yourself look and feel beautiful regardless of where you're at. So right now we're dealing with two realities. Those realities are staying at home more and wearing face masks. And regardless of how you feel about those things, we want you to feel good every day. So I'm going to show you how you can look great in both of those settings. We're going to start with a simple eye makeup look, a light lip for your staying at home looks. Then we're going to take that to the next level for when you're going out, and then tips for mask wearing so that you can still enjoy your makeup without the mess. Now, you may have seen Anna Kay's most recent makeup tutorial where she talks about how to use makeup brushes correctly, and I'll have to tell you, that really rocked my world. I've been wearing makeup obviously forever. I've been teaching makeup, and just to kind of have that refresher of how and where and when to use these different tools to create the best application possible was really eye-opening, and it was a good refresher. So the colors, as promised, is green. And what's cool about this new compact that you'll see here is it's fully customizable. So it's the same size and shape as the 12 palette, but it's completely empty. So you can mix and match. You can put different things. It's great for travel. It's great for customizing your look. You can really pack them in here. But today I'm going to show you the 4 eyeshadows and the blush we'll be using. You'll notice these are a little bit lighter. They're more natural looking, but how we put them on will create the intensity that we desire. So what I'm going to show you first is a good, easy stay-at-home look. I will tell you, I've completely primed my face with all of our great, corrector kit, foundations, powders. I've got eyelash primer on my lips, everything ready to go so that my makeup stays put all day, because that's what we want. We don't want to have to be touching up throughout the day. Let's keep it easy. So I'm going to start with, this is the Duo brush, and I really like this because we get the large brush on one side and we get the contour brush on the other. So this was gone for a while and then we found it again. So I'm really happy that you get to take advantage of this. I'm going to start with the pale color here. This is a nice neutral light color. We're going to cover the entire eyelid. Get it all up there, all the way up high. Really load your brush up because this is not going to be one you have to worry about falling out anywhere. So get it all in there, all the way over. Nice foundation, nice base. We're going to build upon this, and this allows us to create a nice base to work with. So I've got our nice hibiscus matte. I'm using the angled brush. You can actually put quite a bit on this too because this is another nice natural color. We're going to point downward, so have the longer brushes there. That way those come into your crease. Start about the edge of your eye, kind of in line with the corner of your eye and the end of your eyebrow, or where you draw your eyebrow if you have tiny short eyebrows like me, and feel it over. We're going to go about 2/3 of the way in with this color. You don't have to go too dark or worry about it because remember, this is our stay-at-home look. And this doesn't take very long, especially if you're doing something really simple like a 2-way foundation or like a BB cream. Just get it on there quick, brush this in the crease. You could stop here. You could say, I'm good. I like it the way it is. But I do want to add some color because, like I said, we got this green here. And green is amazing. So I'm going to use the crease side of our Duo brush here and just kind of roll it in because the end of it is, rounded like your crease. So we're going to get it all the way around. Tap a little bit, brush it off, or you can dab it on your hand. This is going to go right in the crease. So if you have a little more of a hooded eyelid, you can go slightly above the crease. I've kind of got a combination eye, so I do it that way. And I find the best way to do this color is to kind of dab it in. You get more control. So we're going to go around the crease there, about halfway in, and then create our C shape here with the green coming down. Remember, this is a little bit lighter because this is our day look, so I'm not going to put too much on. But I do want the green to show up because who doesn't love green? This is such a fun green. It's kind of a clovery, emeraldy color. Okay, those feel even. So if you wanted to stop here with color, then you'd pick up your blender brush and just kind of dab that around, blend it in. And that could be a simple look. Stay at home, throw some lip gloss on, you're good to go. Well, of course, some mascara as well. Now, if we want to take this look a little bit further to create a more beautiful, intense eye, something that really shines out when that's all you can see, we're going to go back in with the green. I'm going to put more on, and we're going to bring that intensity up. Now, if you really, really wanted to intensify this, you could wet the brush and put it in there, let it dry, and then blend it in. That's a little more work than I like to do. So we're just going to intensify that green in the crease there. Get that nice defined C shape. You can bring it out here on the brow bone just a little bit more if you like. Making sure it's even. As I mentioned, I've got the hooded eye, so I do it higher up. If you don't, you can go right into the crease if that's still visible and seen. So green is so exciting for me. I've got green eyes, and so I always like to pull that out and show the green, but we haven't been able to find a really good saturated green that we could show you. And of course, we're not going to compromise, so we've been waiting, but we found this, and green is such a neat thing because it complements the natural skin tones, and it can actually look really natural, especially when blended in. And so I'm just so excited that you get this opportunity to try green for the first time. We've had our green eyeliner, Limestone, which is a great one, but this eyeshadow really lets you play with that and bring that forward and make your eyes just pop in a kind of subtle way that people won't quite notice, but they'll definitely have the impact of, wow, you look beautiful and your eyes are really shining forward right now. So I'm going to pick up my firm shadow brush, and this is found in the Makeup Starter Kit. Most of the brushes I'm using today are, with the exception of the Duo brush. So I'm going to put this right here, kind of where your ball of your eye, you can feel it, like the peak of your eye right there. You're going to put it right there and then blend it in to the corner of your eye, once again dabbing. So this is going to add that shimmer. And I don't want to cover the green, so I'm not going to go too far over, but I am going to fill in that C. Get that in there. And this will flake down a little bit under your eye, but we'll just sweep that away with our blender brush, so you don't have to worry. And you can bring that into the crease a little bit here, the corner of your eye, and just dab it there if you'd like. This really highlights that and makes the eye shine and pop. So colors are a little bit blotchy, but that's so easy with this blender brush. I really like this because it allows you to, we're working with pretty intense colors in the Type 4 world, and so this allows you to be a little more forgiving with your application and helps you. But I don't brush, because that's going to blend your colors. We just kind of dab. Softens the lines and creates a little more connection without losing the definition. There we go. All right. I'm going to blend that out on the edge just a little bit. And just remember, like when you put your eyeshadow on first thing in the morning, it's going to look a little darker, but do it a little bit darker because, an hour or two into the day, you're going to get more diffusion. Because we accidentally touch our eyes and it looks a lot lighter than you might think by the time you get going. So I am in love with this new Duo liner brush here. And what I like to use it for is actually lining my eyes. So we're going to use our eyeliner. This is a black eyeliner pencil. I'm going to brush it on here onto this right there. And this allows you to really get into the lash line because we want the green to shine forward, not our eyeliner. And we're going to just brush this ever so lightly into the lash line. This is really great for people who are just starting with eyeliner. Maybe they're not used to it or they're not quite sure how to put it on. It's really great for crepey eyes. So if your eyes are a little harder to get liner on without it looking smudgy or broken lines, you just brush that in there. You can see it looks really natural. It's just going to thicken that lash line. So I'm going to get some more on here for my other eye. Brush it into the line. And there we go. And it's really easy to create that wing with this. So much easier than with the pencil. So you can just drag that color out a little bit. Create more illusion of a fuller eyelash line. Okay, now I'm not going to add more, but I am going to take this and brush it just in that lash line of the bottom. Don't want to add too much because I don't want to close my eyes off. But I'm going to brush that into the lash line to thicken my lower lashes as well. Okay, so I've got a little bit of that shimmer. I'm just gonna brush that out of the way with this. Okay, the next new thing is we have a new mascara, and I know black is black is black, but it's really not. So we've been enjoying the volumizing black mascara, and I really like that, and it's still a favorite of mine. This is a little smoother, so if you're someone who doesn't like a thicker or maybe something that tends to get a little clumpy, this is going to be a really good option for you. I have already put lash primer on and combed that through, and that's dry, but now I'm going to put this on. This is the Luxury Formula. It's very smooth, goes on very even, really easy to put on. Brush it in there in the lashes. And if you've got your primer on, you're already going to get the volumizing effect. I like to touch the ends of my lower lashes, really concentrating on these outer lashes, kind of pulling them out. You can see the difference there. Just a really great mascara. I really like it. And I did curl my eyelashes as well. So that's already all done. So get that in there, like I mentioned out here. Okay, the lower ones. Then we're gonna take, a little bit more. I want that to be even. I'm gonna take our lash definer, comb through the top there. I wanna make sure we have the maximum fullness we can enjoy from our eyelashes, our own natural lashes. Okay, a little bit of smudge there, but I'm actually gonna grab my liner brush and clean that up. That'll be really easy. I can just blend that in. There we go. Woohoo! Great. Eyes are all done. Now, of course, we gotta bring some color down here. But you can see, if you had to go out with the mask, you still look exotic and mysterious. So let's put our blush on. I'm using Cocktail Blush, which is a lighter pink with a little bit of sparkle in it, which I enjoy. So I'm using my Duo blush brush. I can use the angle side. I'm gonna come just below, well, not really below it, but just on the bottom side of my cheekbone. And I like to blot it in. I feel like I have more control where the color goes. And just blend it out. You can see how nice this looks with the green. Green and pink is one of my most favorite color combinations. I just think it's such a friendly combo. So that's cheeks. Okay, so now lips. We're all at various times of the day, depending on the setting, having to put a mask on our face whenever we leave our house, right? But we want that lipstick to not make a mess all over that. It could smudge on our face. It could look like a hot mess if we're not careful. Luckily for you, we have the tools to keep your lipstick on all day. And you can watch Anna Kay's makeup video linked down below on how to get that to be perfect all day long. So I'm just gonna quickly go through this. But if you want more details, go ahead and watch that video. So what you wanna do is start with your invisible lip liner and your lip primer. That's gonna set the foundation. And then using a lip brush is gonna help you just get just the right amount of color without too much, because that's already gonna start you off bad if you have too much color on your lips. So this is that new lip color I've been telling you about. You know, we have that burgundy. You've seen it in the burgundy video, that beautiful, rich, intense color that we get to wear as type 4s. And we're gonna make sure that it has the black undertone. And you can watch the burgundy video for all the details on how to find the right burgundy for you. But this lipstick gives you that. Oh, I almost forgot to line. Lining is paramount. You have to line your lips. So of course we have a lip liner that goes with that. We're gonna do the X marks the spot application. Okay. And I have a pretty high Cupid's bow, so I like to emphasize that because that's fun. Go all the way in. You can already see the beautiful effect this is having. So rub that in. It's gonna go in pretty easy because we already have our lips primed. Okay, now let's come in here with our brush. This brush is so cool because I always liked using makeup brushes, lipstick brushes, but then you have like this messy end and I always lost that little cover. But this one, ding ding, no mess in your bag, everything's fine. And you can use it. So this is gonna get you just the right amount of lipstick. Get it all in there. A little bit more for the top. But as I mentioned, this is going to give a lighter application because we don't want to start with too much that then we have to deal with later. Isn't that pretty? When I first saw this, I was like, oh, Deborah has to wear that. Can't wait to see it on her. So you get your lipstick, rub it in nice. And we don't really have to block because I didn't put very much on. Now, the key here is if we stopped here, we would get lipstick on our masks every time we took it on and off. And that would just like messy, it could smear on our face. But the trick is lip lock. You'll notice mine's a little pink because I use it all the time. Gets my lip color in there sometimes. So I like to apply it to the bottom lip first because that's your fullest area. Get it all the way in. And we want this to really be a full coverage, so I'm taking it all the way to the edges to cover that. You can kind of roll it up onto the top. But because, like I mentioned, I've got my Cupid's bow here, I like to put a little bit just on that area because that's not going to get the roll from the bottom. Otherwise, we'd mess up our lines. So let that dry a little bit. Now watch. No lipstick. And I gave that a pretty good pat. So this is the way you can do your makeup every day. You can feel put together, like you're presentable, like you can go out and do whatever you need to, regardless of the setting, whether you're just at home with your kids because it's a school day and you're homeschooling now, or you got to wear a mask at the store in the office. You can put those on, set it with things like lip lock, using all your primers first. Your makeup's gonna last all day and you're gonna look and feel fantastic. Check out some of these new colors, whether it's the green eyeshadow or the burgundy lips. Grab yourself one of these cool compacts so that you can create the looks that you want, quick and easy, on the go, any day.